So today we're going to work on the Simple Puppet Supply Bag 527, and in that bag you will find a puppet head that has already been put together with the hair, a piece of felt, and I will go ahead and take this apart because I want to show you how to do this. So a piece of felt and string and a needle from the apple bag, the piece of ribbon that was in the supply bag, and the wool stuffing. So today we're going to start with our piece of felt, and this is a rectangular piece of felt. You're going to turn it so that the tallest length is standing up, so it's a rectangle that is standing up. And you're going to take and you're going to fold it down approximately 1/3. It's just shy of 1/3, and fold that down. And then place it with the folded side down on a countertop or on your table. The next thing you're going to do is you have your needle, and you'll want to thread your needle. And once you've threaded the needle, we thread it so that it is doubled, so that there are 2 strands of thread that run the same length. Then we'll take the ends of the thread and we'll put the end of the thread towards the eye of the needle and hold them at the eye of the needle. Then you will take and you will wrap your thread. The needle is pointing up and I'm holding on to the end. 1, 2, 3 times around, and then slide it all the way down the length of the thread. This allows you to make a nice knot at the end of the needle. This is what your child will need the most help with, is threading and knotting the needle. If you have pins at your home, sewing pins, I would suggest you get them out and use them. What you'll want to do next is to take the felt that is folded, and you're going to want to overlap one side with the other side so that you have an overlap that is approximately like this. And then I'm going to take some pins. These are actually sewing needles because I'm not sure where my pins are at the moment. And I'm going to place one, and I'm going to then gather the fabric back up again, and I'm going to place the second one. Which I just dropped on the floor. All right, so the second pin. Now that I have my pins placed, you'll see that I can stand this up, and it is already starting to look a little bit like the body of a puppet. I will now take my threaded needle with the knot, and from the bottom, I will start by going in, and I'm going to start from the inside and go through. Now we're going to use what's called a running stitch with the children, or the dolphin stitch. And so the needle goes down and then back through. And then they pull. Down and back through. And then they pull. This is a stitch that the children can do on their own. So I will just keep doing this all the way up to the top. And as you can see, we are not hiding our stitching, but this is something that's fun for the children to do. And everyone has a different colored puppet body, and everyone has rainbow colored strings. So I didn't match strings specifically with the color of the puppet body, but rather I just gave you a nice option of rainbow colors. So now I'm up by the top. And we're finishing up with our stitching. I'm going to go right up to the tippy top, right here. I'm going to go in, and I'm not going to pull it back through that time. So now I'll turn it around, and you can see the string is on the inside of the puppet here. I'm going to just fold this back, and we go through the fabric, leave a little door, and go back through it once. Now you go back through that same little door again, and a little bite of fabric, 2, and then right through that knot one more time. And this is something that once you help the children with, they can also do this. And then you will want your scissors and just cut the string off, leaving a little tail. So now we have the puppet body that has been sewn. Now we're going to take and we're going to put the head inside of the puppet body. This is a very, very simple table puppet. There are many other ways of making a table puppet, but this one is particularly child-friendly. I'm going to take now and fold this up, and you'll be able to see pretty much where the neck is. I will then take the ribbon that is included, and where the neckline is, we are going to tie very tightly around the neckline. We're going to tie a knot. Now that I have a knot, I will tie a little bow. Now we'll take and fold this fabric back down, and most of the bow will be covered underneath, as you can see. But the head is now secured in the puppet body. Lastly, you will want to take the wool that was provided and tease out some and start stuffing your puppet from the bottom. You'll want to adjust it just slightly until your puppet stands. And there you have it, a very simple table puppet that your child has made that you can use for puppet shows. I hope you've enjoyed our puppet making session. Bye-bye.